I also finally started to get out of the house for a few hours a week. And that was not an easy task by no means. Trust me. I started JROTC, enjoying color guard. And I love doing color guard. I think my freshman year I did honor guard. So what I did was, so me and my best friend did the banner, and we were so happy about it because she was the one who taught. Welcome to Just a Breezy Chat. This is episode 5 of season 2. I do have a YouTube channel that you can check out. It's called Breezyville. I also have recently started my new online advocacy program called Turn a Light On. In which you can go hit a lot. You can go find it, like it, subscribe to it. It's also on Instagram and Facebook as well. But don't forget to check out my merch shop as well. But with that being said, why don't you dive in? I know it's been a couple of weeks. I've been really busy with school, work, and finals coming up. Speaking of school, I want to say congratulations to all the graduates out there. You've accomplished a lot. But yeah, so we're gonna start off with my 15th birthday. I remember it so vividly. We I had my wisdom teeth surgery around the same time. But yeah, like so that was very fun because it was the same week and I had to. And we see growing up below the poverty line, you had your birthday either the first of the month or no, barely. You had to have it the first of the month or whenever I got paid. But yeah, so I had my wisdom teeth surgery. I had all four taken out. Like I went the same day as a step cousin. And he was a big baby about it. I was fine about it. Literally, like they had to double the anesthesia just to put me to sleep. Just because I was not going. That's the ginger in me. We were fighting off any anesthesia we can. But yeah, so it was my 15th birthday. I was about to start my freshman year of high school. I was so excited to see my friends again that because I meant I could actually get out of the house and go see them. But also during that time, like my fresh that was like depression really started getting sticking in for me. But I had no one to talk to about it at all. If I cried, then they just said that, oh, suck it up, you'll be okay. But yeah. But it was also around this time I had my first attempt at taking my own life. Um, I had it all planned out. I wasn't gonna leave a note, nothing like that, but it's hard though. Like, depression is just one of those things that I can't really explain it. And being and being now, I'm coping with everything that's happened to me. From all the trauma I've been through and everything. But I'm in a better place than I was when I was at 15. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I haven't been 15 and 13 years now. I just really revealed my age too. But anyway, but yeah, that was my first attempt at suicide. But it was also like I didn't do it. Came so close to it, and some reason I don't know. But it's hard though. Like you feel alone. And I once heard this quote that says, "You could be surrounded pe- by people that you love, and still a room full of people that love you, and you still be the loneliest person in the room." And it's true, honestly. Like depression, just like it's hard to talk about. Like especially when at the time it was a stigma that you didn't talk about it. No one did. If you did, you were crazy. So you just faked this. You put on a smile, pretend everything was okay. Anybody ask, uh, I'm fine, I'm okay. When in reality, you were inside dying. You were dying, really and truly. But this is why I also started to dream of like getting out of Demopolis, Alabama. I knew that me staying in Demopolis, Alabama, I was not going to go anywhere. um with my life. Mainly because I had always dreamed about getting out and traveling in general, but I have always been suppressed into thinking, oh, you're crazy. You're not going to go far in life. Joke's on you. I have my associates, I'm working on my bachelor's. But still, it's just when you start dreaming about getting out, it changes everything. It changes your mindset. And I knew, like, for me, like, once I got out of that town, like, the only reason I would come back was to see my best friend, my babies, and my nephew. Because I love them, don't get me wrong, but here's the thing. I grew up in small towns all over Alabama. Like, smaller, the rural Alabama, like, the further off the interstate you can get. I wanted to travel. I wanted to experience. I saw my uncle traveling, and I was like, I so want to do that. Like, I don't. Maybe I want to settle in a small town, but honestly, I'm happy right where I'm at. Honestly, I'm in Tennessee. I'm getting my bachelor's, and I'm living. I'm finally choosing me, and that was like once I started choosing me, everything just started to fall into place. A lot of people may not understand that, but it's like I started putting up boundaries too, like cutting people out. Because at the time, like there were so many toxic people in my life, but I just couldn't cut them out in my life just yet. But I think that's the thing. Like we all had to go through these different experiences all together. And there's like days where I still struggle with my depression, where it gets the best of me. But I do believe in counseling and therapy. Um, to me, it's not a stigma anymore. But yeah, because I remember this one time we had to write this paper like just because like where do we see ourselves in 10 years? I don't remember what I put honestly. I blocked out most of my childhoods, but now like if you ask me where I see myself in 10 years, I would probably say hopefully with a law firm in an advocacy program. Um and it used to be I think it was have a husband and children. But here's the thing, I've never been one of those girls that guys liked as a friend. I'm okay with that, honestly, as anything more than a friend. And I'm okay with that, honestly. I'm focusing on me. I'm happy living a single life. And guess what? No relationship drama. And I'm just happy all around. But no, because I still have some personal growth I'm going through. But I made a promise when I surrendered myself to God a couple of years ago that the next guy I like was the one that he was gonna send out for me. And I meant it and I meant it too. When I said when I surrendered myself and I made that promise that the next guy will be a promise God will keep. Um but yeah. So I also started JRTC fi- so I also finally started to get out of the house for a few hours a week. And that was not an easy task by no means, trust me. I started JRTC and joined Color Guard. And I love doing color guard. I think my freshman year I did honor guard. So what I did was, so me and my best friend did the banner, and we were so happy about it because she was the one who talked me into taking JRTC. Um, but I fell in love with the class. I remember like our sixth period class. Um, it had all three Britneys in it. Brittany Jones, Brittany Jowers, and Brittany Mosley. It was just like all perfect. Like I don't know. It's like freshman year, I was still getting bullied, but like at some point, it's like near the end, I just started not to care, honestly. But sorry, guys, something was on my laptop. Anyway, but yeah, but I did JRTC. I loved it. Sergeant Black and Major Drummond were my favorites out of all of them, and I met a lot of great people in there. Like some of them I talked to today were not exactly friends, but I was still like, if I saw them in public, I would stop and talk to them. And that's just me, and I'm not a people person. Just keep that in mind. I can only socialize so long before I'm like, get me out of here. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Pretty sure, like, my anxiety has gotten worse over the years. I don't do like like I can't do big crowds anymore. Like if I go to a store, I am going to do my best to get in there, get out without running into people. Fortunately, I have yet to come across someone in the store that I know since moving up to the Nashville area. So, but yeah, finally getting out of the house was really what gave me that sense of freedom. Like, just made me a little bit more happier. Like, being in that house was depressing me. It was like I was already, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. Freedom just created, made me happier. JROTC, getting in the parade and everything was just so happy. Like, my stepdad hated it at first that I signed up for it. Even after I told him it was free, and he was like, oh, that's still how they get you, and so angry about it. But once he heard the uniforms are free, like I told him, I tried to tell him, I told you that, and he got so mad at me for saying that. I didn't. And I'm like, he's trying to gaslight me. I'm like, I know I told you this, but yeah. This was also around the time Facebook was like really starting out, becoming really popular. I created me an account that I wasn't supposed to have. Um, but everybody else around me was doing it, and I was like, and I got to connect with my cousins and everything. I found out about it. Didn't go to the freshman year military ball, which I went my sophomore year. Didn't really, didn't go back ever again. But yeah. But knowing like now, like I'm not as on Facebook as like I eventually did create me another Facebook account, like literally 3 days after I graduated high school. That because that was my freedom and everything else. And this was also about the time when Jody started coming around. That's a story for next episode. I can't wait to tell you more about that one. But yeah. Um, but that is it for this episode. I will see y'all next time. Y'all have a great day and good luck with your finals. And like I said, congrats again to all the graduates.